Welcome to the Brickyard, everyone. Today we're looking at a custom ship build. This ship was inspired by the Space Police sub-theme of LEGO Space. This theme came out in 1989 and was a blue and black and trans red color scheme. You can see in my ship here I used the same color palette. A lot of the trans red pieces, including the canopy, the blue and black color scheme. And you'll see here the ship has kind of a tall profile, and that's because of an interesting mechanism that I built into the ship that I'll show you towards the end of the video. Under the wing are some bolts for a LEGO Technic shooter that's mounted on the other side of the ship. And coming around back, you can see the engines as well as a black pull handle for the mechanism that I mentioned earlier. We'll again see that at the end of the video. And we can also see the entrance to the rear portion of the ship, the upper cabin. Here's the shooter that I mentioned. It mounts on the upper side of the ship near the cabin. You can sort of pull it away with a hinge mechanism here.
9, 10.
And the operator sits there and shoots the cannon. On the side here we see the jail cells that you can mount on the underside and transport your bad guy criminals that you capture. There are two separate pods here. Each of them open up. You can put a bad guy in there and close them up and transport him back to base on the ship. These are similar to transport pods that the original theme featured in a few of the classic builds. And you can just open and close these and put your bad guys in there. And on the sides of the ship, these are actually attached using LEGO magnets. There were a lot of these in the M-Tron line and other themes. And you just take your prisoner transport pod, slide them on the rail, and they connect with the magnets. And you can haul your prisoners back to base. And here we're looking at a top view. And there's an interesting mechanism with the cockpit. You can just pull that cockpit off and it transforms into a little mini escape pod ship. And here we have a top-down view of the ship. And coming around back, you can see the upper portion of the ship opens up for access to that upper cabin. We have an operator with some consoles, some weapons and handcuffs, everything the Space Police need to do their duty and capture the bad guy Blacktron. And here's the mechanism that I talked about. So there's a little pull handle towards the rear of the ship. Activating that moves the front winglets. Let's see that in slow motion again. The winglets move back in a splayed out position and then could be moved back forward. Sort of moving from flight to attack position and back again. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my custom Space Police 1 inspired ship build. If you'd like to see more of my custom MOC builds, including other space inspired builds, head on over to Brickyard.com. Thanks a lot.